Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be swatching and discussing the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. So to start off, I have not watched any reviews. I have not even opened this because I want this to be a real, genuine first impressions video. I don't want to have any prior opinions in my head. I want this to all be what I think of the palette. So let's go ahead and open it up. First off, it is a textured palette, which is nice, but however, I do find that those can get dirtier easily. I do have the It Cosmetics Pretty palette, and that has the same kind of texture. I am a huge packaging person, so this does make it somewhat a little off. I love the colors. I love the blue with the orange. I think that is a beautiful combination. However, I do think it feels nice. I really like the way it feels. Like, it's really fun to touch and everything. However, when traveling, it can get dirty, and you know that's not always the most fun to deal with. So let's open it up. Oh, okay, cool. So it comes with all those plastic things on top just so you can keep it in. I just usually throw those away. Okay, so it comes with 11 matte shades and 3 metallic shades, which is nice, especially if you really like matte makeup. And it does have a lot of matte colors, which is really nice. I find it hard to find colorful matte makeup just because it doesn't really blend as well, but you know, we'll put that to the test today. And this is what it looks like. It comes with a makeup brush as well. That seems nice. We'll review that. Honestly, right off the bat, it has very beautiful shades. I think it's very beautiful. When buying this, I didn't know if these were eyeshadows I was going to wear a lot. This does retail for $42, so spending that money, you really have to keep in mind, are you going to be using these eyeshadows on a normal basis, or is this going to be more of a collector's item that you will take every once in a while? Kind of just depends on your style and what you like to wear as makeup for the most part. Let's review the brush first. So it comes in this little plastic thing. It's a nice size, I think. It is double-ended. One of them is more of a flat tapered fluffy brush, and the other is more of just a blending brush. Honestly, I'm really impressed with the brush. When I get brushes and palettes, they tend to not be really nice per se. It's kind of sometimes just like, why would you put a brush in the palette? But this is really nice. I really like these, honestly, and I can see myself using these on a daily basis. So honestly, the first color that grabbed my eye is this dark turquoise. It is called Axis. I am really excited to swatch that one, but for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and just go in order. Cube is iridescent. It's really pretty. Not quite incredibly pigmented, but this will be a pretty highlight shade, I think. It is nice. It is a very soft consistency, so that is nice for that one. Let's look at Dawn. Dawn is a really pretty camel color. I think this would be a beautiful transition shade. So far, I'm not having much in the way of pickup regarding my fingers, but I will do more swatches at the end with brushes just so I can see if there's a lot of fallout in the product itself. So Destiny is a nice olive color. It has some brown and green undertones. I really like that. I think that's a really pretty natural shade. It's very earthy. Okay, Adorn, dipping my finger in. It is one of the metallic colors. It is a little softer, so I did pick up, I feel, a little extra. So that's not wonderful. Currently, I'm not that picky about eyeshadows and their consistency yet, just because I feel like as an artist I have not truly experienced enough kinds to fully know exactly the kind of eyeshadow that I like. The only ones I know I don't like are the incredibly chalky eyeshadows. Those are ones that I tend to not go for as much because I find them not to be as pigmented and just incredible amount of fallout. But that is a very beautiful metallic copper shade. I really like that, especially for the fall season. That will be beautiful. Okay, let's go to All Star. If you did not just sing the Shrek song in your head, why? Ooh, that's pretty. Wow, okay, I really like that. It is a pretty plum and burgundy. Okay, Mercury. It seems Mercury currently, after one swipe, is not as pigmented as the others, but through my second one, it did build up more. So that is very nice. I think that's a nice taupey gray eyeshadow. I think that is very pretty. Okay, now let's go to Axis. I'm so excited. Okay. Ooh. Oh no, I'm so excited. Okay, this is beautiful. That is one of the prettiest eyeshadows. Truly, that is one of the prettiest eyeshadows I've seen. Okay, so we just finished the first row. Let's go ahead and go down to the second row, and we're starting off with Roxy. Okay, so noticing something really fast, Axis did stain my finger more than the others. So the others I could usually just wipe off, but this one is being a little more difficult, so something to keep in mind. Roxy's pretty. I do need to do a few more swipes just to make sure it's as pigmented. However, it is a very pretty coral shade. I feel like this color, either in your crease or as an accent color under your eyes, would just be beautiful accompanying any makeup look. Ooh, let's try Electric. I'm excited about this one. I feel like this one would be really pretty on the lid. This is the other metallic shade. So just gonna go, okay, let me swipe that one more time. Okay, like the first one, it's not as pigmented. I'm gonna try pressing a little more and then, okay. I mean, I do wish it was a little more pigmented. I don't want to have to like dig into the shadow to just get some color. I do feel like it's very pretty. It's light. I feel like I'd have to use this as a topper instead of just by itself unless I were to wet it, but it is pretty. I feel like maybe if you just sprayed some Fix Plus on a brush, then maybe you could get a little bit more pigment, but by itself, it looks more like an eyeshadow topper. Okay, let's go to Fudge. Fudge is a matte brown. Ooh, that one's pigmented. That one's pretty, okay. I like that a lot. That's a really pretty matte brown. It kind of reminds me of the Fuzzy Bear Brown body paint, but in eyeshadow form. So, if you like to do body paint and you need to set your body paint, I would probably recommend using Fudge. Okay, let's go with New Wave. Ooh, okay. New Wave is almost as if it is a coral and a camel color mixed together. I really like that. That was creamy too. So far, I'm very impressed with the colors and the consistency of this palette. I didn't read any reviews of or watch any reviews, but I did see that some people were upset because of a whole bunch of fallout. I guess we'll see that when we use the brush because honestly, I guess currently I just got a good palette because mine's doing really well so far, so we'll just have to see it with the brush, I guess. But let's finish the swatches. Okay, let's go to Untamed. Untamed is like the green version, the more muted green version of Axis. It's like Axis's little brother. I feel like if you did Untamed first and then topped it a little bit with Axis in the crease, I feel like that would just like, they just complement each other so well. Okay, let's go to Edge. Edge is the matte yellow. Let's see if this one is pigmented. Yes, it is. This is almost like a mustard yellow. It is pigmented. I do like that. And the last color in our palette is Rowdy. Rowdy is a, ooh, that one is really soft. It is a dark matte plum. Definitely has some midnight tones to it, but I really like that as a dark plum shade. That would be a beautiful crease color. So honestly, with just finger swatches, I am incredibly pleased with the Subculture palette so far. Now let us get into using the brush that they give us, and we're going to do some swatches with that as well, so we can compare how good the eyeshadows are and if there is as much fallout as other people have been experiencing. Okay, so I'm back. I have a fresh swatching arm. Let's get into it. So we're not going to use the shorter side that is a little tighter. We're actually going to use the blending brush side because I feel like that is the brush that we're going to see how much fallout there really can be. So let's go ahead and go into Cube. Okay, Cube, I did not have much in the way of fallout. So let's go ahead and swatch that. Okay, that was a pathetic swatch with Cube. I'm kind of having to build up that color with this blending brush. It is pretty, it is iridescent though, so I mean, not gonna get much in the way of pigment regarding that. So I feel like a lot of the metallic colors, except Adorn, you're just going to have to spray with Fix Plus or a setting spray or something just so you can get more pigment out of it. Next we're going to do Dawn. Okay. Dawn, I did get a little bit more fallout. Dawn, you do have to build up a little more with the brush. It is not quite as pigmented. It's still pretty though. I feel like that's a really pretty transition shade. So let's go to Destiny. I'm just gonna show y'all. That is how much I have picked up. And once again, that's not always good because that's just a waste of product. It is just going to blow away. And you can't really do anything with it. That's a bummer. Once again, they're definitely not as pigmented with the brush. Let me go over it with this one. They are more pigmented with the shorter end and with the blending end. I mean, it's a blending brush, but I'm mostly doing it just so we can see how much product is getting picked up. So let's go to Adorn. Adorn kind of has the same fallout issue. However, when you apply it even with the blending brush side, it is still very pigmented. Okay, All-Star, getting some of that fallout as well. All-Star seems more patchy when you apply it with just the blending brush. Yeah, you can definitely build that up, but it does, All-Star does have a few patchiness areas to it. Let's go to Mercury. Mercury is a nice taupe shade. I still like it. Let's go to Access. All of these are starting to pick up a little more. Okay, okay. Access is a little patchy, but you can build it up. Okay, still pretty color. I still like it. Let's go to Roxy. Okay, lots of fallout with Roxy. The metallic shades don't have too much fallout. Oh my gosh, but when you use the blending brush on electric, you are getting, you can't even see it. It's not even coming off. That's kind of disappointing. Come on. It's like not even picking up any product. That is ridiculous. Let me try the other end. The other one works a little better, but honestly, it's just harder to pick up. You're gonna have to spray that with something. Going to Fudge. Fudge is slightly patchy at first, but once you start to blend it out more, it blends nicely. So that's nice at least. Let's go to New Wave. Okay, so New Wave does have some fallout. It's kind of starting to become a trend. This is kind of disappointing. That one is not as patchy, so that's really nice. Okay, Untamed. Untamed is a little patchy. You can blend it out at least, but it is a little patchy. That's a little disappointing. Let's go to Edge. Okay, Edge has a lot of fallout. That's kind of ridiculous. Edge, I feel like you have to go in a few more times to get the, like at least twice to get the mustard color to come through. So there's that. And let's go with Rowdy. Okay. I had hope, but Rowdy has a crap ton of fallout. Oh my gosh, I'm wasting so much product. What happened? What? Okay, yeah, and very patchy. Rowdy is incredibly patchy. What? Okay. You really have to like start to blend it, build it up. Just to show you what my palette looks like after dipping into each color, and not even aggressively dipping. I'm not that kind of person. But after just like tapping in each color, this is what my palette looks like. So that is the fallout for each of the colors. And for a high quality eyeshadow, that is not normal. Typically, you're not supposed to have that much fallout. Let me just grab an example. So here is a custom MAC palette, and I'm going to use the same brush that I was using on the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to put that in my coral color. So now let me just show you how it does not pick up. So we're going to be taking this coral color. Almost none. Almost none. Let me show you with the Anastasia one. Let's just go into this coral color as well. Let's go ahead and take some from here. Look at that. It builds up instantly with just a swirl. So that's really disappointing that it has so much fallout, because that means you lose product quicker and you essentially are losing your money quicker. So I guess try and take some Fix Plus. I don't have any Fix Plus on me. So that's really disappointing, at least. Now, I still really love the palette. I love all the colors and everything, except it's the formula that is lacking a little bit. Now, personally, I think I'd rather have eyeshadows with fallout than eyeshadows that have no pigment whatsoever. But either way, for a high quality product, you don't want to be paying for dust everywhere and breathing that into your lungs. You don't want to have to be paying for that. So this is a little disappointing. So that is it for this swatch video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment down below what you'd like to see next. The next video I will be showing is the eye tutorial with this Subculture palette. I'm really excited to try these out on my eye because swatches can only show so much, but when you put them on the eye and trying to blend them out, it can be a completely different ball game. So I will see you guys in that video. Bye! Hey, okay, so future Maddie jumping in real fast. I did notice when I did my swatches at the end of the video that when I used the brushes, sometimes they weren't as patchy as they were when I swatched them with the brushes the first time. However, that just shows that they are inconsistent a little bit in how they apply with the brush. Also, the one thing that is consistent is the fallout. I'm still having crazy amounts of fallout and it's kind of just ridiculous. Let me give you another gander. This is all of the product that you're going to be wasting, all of this fallout. And the fallout is the darker parts in the shadow that are dusty and lifted. So that is all product that you are not going to be able to salvage, and that eventually is going to just disappear and you're going to lose that product. So just throwing in that they can be blended and that they sometimes with the brush do apply better, but then when you do it another time with the brush, they might not apply so well. So it's a little inconsistent at the moment. But once again, stick around for the next video where I will test it on my eye and we will kind of have another breakdown of how they work. So, okay, I'm out. Woo! I am disgusting. God, okay, I'm disgusting. Also, this lip color makes me feel very rebellious. I wanted to say the word auspicious because that's what Ben Fankhauser said, but that makes no sense.